every dog needs a well-fitting muzzle, because there will always be situations when we need to secure our dog, when we need to keep everybody else safe, like when our dog has something really painful and we need to go to the vet, and suddenly our cute, fluffy, loving dog becomes really anxious and starts snapping at the vet. Or, like in my country, when we went to ride in a taxi with the dog has to be muzzled. And we never know when our car might break down and we need a taxi. So it can always happen that we need a muzzle. And for our dogs to be comfortable wearing a muzzle, it has to be well-fitting. Now, without going much into detail about how to fit a muzzle or how to find a fitting muzzle, you can always write me an email and I'm going to try to help you. But I want to go a little bit into the materials and the sizes. So one of the most common muzzles is this one, or something like this, hard plastic. And the problem with this muzzle is that it's not anatomically correct for a panting dog, right? Because if the dog's nose is in here and the dog wants to open the mouth, right, there is something in its way, because the muzzle is deeper at the end than at the front. And a well-fitting muzzle that is anatomically correct for a panting dog has to be at least the same depth in the front as it is in the back, like this one. This one is the same depth in the front as it is in the back, right? If you have nose in here, opening up, the dog can pant freely. And since we want something that is safe for our dogs, we have to think about hard materials. I know there are biothane muzzles and they can be really helpful in some situations, but they are not bite-proof. As soon as they are deep enough for the dog to pant freely, they do not provide any safety when it comes to biting. So if we want a bite protection, we have to use something like this. And those are, to be honest, the most comfortable for the dogs in most cases. Now, if we want to teach our dogs to wear a muzzle comfortably, the first step is to just get the nose in, right? And we have different options of doing that, and it depends a little bit on the dog. If the dog has no issues with hands, we can either use luring, or we do the same thing with a hand target, right? And as soon as the dog puts the nose in voluntarily and keeps it in there for a little bit of time, we can start working with the straps. Now, if we have a very sensitive dog or a dog we cannot trust yet, the most safe way is to close the strap first, put it over the dog's head, and then tighten it, because the muzzle will be already on. If there is no safety issue with your dog, you can just teach your dog that the straps will just move and then close. And step 3 is to do something fun with your muzzled dog. That is the most important part, because we want the dog to think as little as possible about the thing on his head or her head. It's the same thing like when we wear glasses for the first time. It's weird. And it's weird for the dog as well. So when we let the dog think about it too much, we will get a dog who tries to get the muzzle off. And to prevent that, we just do fun things. Very easy exercises the dog can do, and before the dog can think about it, the muzzle is gone again. And then we increase the length the dog's wearing the muzzle. So tell me in the comments if your dog already has a well-fitting muzzle, and if you have already started training. Be sure to like and subscribe if this video helped you in any way. And if you want to know how to train your dog to stop being reactive toward other dogs and even humans, click this video.